in.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, sir.
Nice.
Here is my resume and my documents.
Thank you. Can you introduce about yourself?
Okay. My name is Muhammed. I am 22 years old. I was born in Hospital Dekat Pahang. When I was 8 years old, I moved to Petaling Jaya, Selangor, and went to school Sekolah Kemasaan Kampung Tengku. Okay, about my mom is working as a trainer in a company which called Device Dynamic Asia. The company itself operates in semiconductor manufacturing and other electrical component. My dad is a businessman. He's running a business which is restaurant in Sabah.
Firstly, I would like to introduce the company itself. MRT stands for Mass Rapid Transportation. As we know, we are currently in Rapid Rail Division and Rail Engineering Department. So basically, we maintain, manage and ensure the power system or power supply of the train to ensure smooth operation of the train itself. I have seen your resume. You have 2 years experience in the industry, and you are quite capable and suitable for this job. May I ask you some questions?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Can you define what is electrical engineering?
Okay. From what I have studied, electrical engineering. Electrical engineering is the field of engineering that generally deals with the study and application of electricity, electronics, and electromagnetism.
What are the types of electricity and currents of electricity? Types.
For the types, there are 2 types of electricity and also current. The first one is static electricity, and second, current electricity. Current electricity means the electricity in motion, the effects of which are due to the flow of electron in a conductor.
Can you explain the difference between direct and alternating current?
Explain the difference between the direct and alternating current. For the direct current DC is the flow of electric charge in only one direction. It is the steady state of a constant voltage circuit. For AC, alternating current is the flow of electric charge that periodically reverses direction. If the source varies periodically, particularly sinusoidal, so the circuit is known as an alternating current circuit.
And where do you use DC and AC?
For DC usage, usually we use for the battery charging, electroplating, relays, and also traction motors.
Good. Can you define what is vacuum circuit breaker?
A vacuum circuit breaker. A circuit breaker breaks the circuit by opening the contact terminals, or else we call it as a finger. During the opening, an arc is generated between the terminals that can be quenched using various mediums. So in VCB or vacuum circuit breaker, the medium for arc quenching is a vacuum. The vacuum has a high voltage arc quenching ability as compared to air, and they are used for in high voltage circuits.
Good. Can you give the difference between a single pole and double pole circuit breaker?
Single pole and double pole circuit breaker. The first one, single pole. Single pole breakers are wired with only one hot wire and one neutral wire when there is an overload in a single pole breaker circuit. Only that particular breaker tree. And for the double pole breakers, it has two hot wires that are connected by a single neutral wire. That means if there is short circuit on either of the poles hot wires, both will be tripped.
What is the difference between fuse and breaker?
Fuse and breaker. From what I have studied, the fuse is made of a metal wire called fuse link, or element that melts when the current exceeds its limit. It works automatically and it is a one-time use device that needs to be replaced. That means once it broken, so we have to replace the new device, the whole new device. And then for the circuit breaker is an electromechanical switch that opens the circuit during overcurrent or even short circuits. It works automatically as well as manually, and it can be used again by resetting the lever, which is to close and open.
That's it?
Yeah.
Can you give the difference between circuit breaker and isolator?
Isolator and circuit breaker. The first one is isolator. An isolator is a mechanical switch used for isolating or disconnecting power supply in a substation. It is an offload device. It is operated when the power supply is off, while the circuit breaker is a protective electromechanical device used to control the flow of current, some like a fuse. It automatically breaks the circuit in case of fault conditions like short circuit and overload. It can also manually break the circuit. It is on-load and also offload device. It means it operates in both on-off supply condition.
Since you work in rail industry, can you give types of power supply for the train?
Types of power supply of the train for MRT, from what I have experienced in the previous, it used DC traction power, which is the amount of the nominal voltage was 750 VDC.
What is TPSS?
TPSS stands for Traction Power Substation, where we produce or distribute the 750 DC to supply the power into the train.
How do we get the 750 VDC?
750 DC. Okay. It started from the 132 kV from TNB substation side, and then it will pass through the our two power transformer, which is PTX1 and PTX2 at BSS, which stands for bulk substation. So from 132 it will step down into 33 kV, and then it will get into the rectifier transformer, which is split into two cables, 582 times 2, which is two cable will carry the 582 volt and step down into 750, and then pass through the rectifier, and then the 33 kV will become 750 DC once it pass the rectifier transformer, and then to the track.
That's all.
Yes.
What kind of transformer do we use for auxiliary transformer?
Auxiliary transformer, which is 33 kV, still in AC voltage, we use dry type transformer.
Last question. Is there any emergency stop button to immediately shut off the electrical supply and stop the operation of the train if there is an intruder inside our track area?
Yes, we do have the emergency stop button. If we at the station, we can see the blue light switch, which is the box. We can see from afar. The light will light up in blue color. So if we push the button, it will trip the feeder, which is to supply and feed the main line, which is the power rail to supply the train, will turn off once we push the emergency button, push button. So when we push, the BLS or blue light switch will trip according to the tripping matrix designated according to the station, and then it will save for us. It will be a safe condition for us to get and to investigate the root cause why the intruders can pass into our track area.
That's all.
That's all, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Done. That's all the question.
Yes.
What can I observe? You have the potential to be part of the department because of your previous experience in the sector industry. I am very looking forward to you to work with us.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.